as I said just before, this training is about you. It's about us to create the next 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years of our career, the best thing ever. And I remember I qualified for my first tag team training actually 5 years ago. It was in Prague, Extravaganza, 2014. We actually drove 1,200 kilometers. We were 9 of us in a Zafira. And it took ages for us to come to the point, but we were so excited about being with everybody together, being with everyone, sorry. And we were so excited basically to come back from the event, to put in the action, to actually reach the next pin, which was going to be millionaire team member for me, and then president's team, but for all of my guys, from supervisor to world team, from world team to active world team. And we've always used the event not only to be excited, but to be inspired to put in the action. For me, since day one, it's always been about actually the work, the mission of changing people's lives. It's always been about creating a healthy, active community where I can go from zero to hero. So this is the name of our Facebook group, From Zero to Hero. Just to give you a little bit of the background, I started when I was 22 years old in Australia. I got the chance to meet my sponsor randomly on a website. He said, you know, I'm looking for sports and ambitious people who want to create an extra income. And at the time I was creating almost no income. I was into rugby, and all I knew was, you know, socializing with people, but I had nothing to offer. And that's the first thing I want to sit on. I had nothing to offer at the time. 7 years ago, there was really nothing I could offer to anybody. I didn't have a business opportunity, I didn't have a nutrition opportunity, but when I met with the company, I was sitting down and thinking, if this guy did it at age 23, I'm gonna create something crazy. And I did not join to be part. I did not join to take part. I always say this from a humble way, but I came to Herbalife to take over, to take ownership of my life, to be able to give an opportunity to everybody around me. And for me, I knew it was not going to be a 1 year plan. I knew it was not going to be a 2 year process or a 3 year process, not a 5 year, 7 year. It was going to be a life process. And last week I was in a STS back home in Lyon, and I was sharing about the cycle of success. And for me, what it means is creating a new positive environment, to recreate new goals, to write down the things, you know, we want to achieve. But also, because we are in a business of helping people, what is it that I want to represent for others? What do I want to give to the marketplace? So I have this little clip video that I want to share with you guys before getting started with my subject. I know it's already been 5 minutes, but it was a tough task for me to work on this subject. So I've got this little video. If we can play it, that would be amazing. Guys, what's going on? This is Quintin. So this is Extravaganza time, the best time of the year. I've been asked by the committee to deliver the subject about vision and the next year, the next 3 years, 5 years, 10 years with the company. So it's been a tough task. I'm on it right now, and maybe the first thing that I would love to say is that it's always difficult and it's always an inside job to know what you want to create for yourself, your family, your surroundings. And it's up to you actually to decide right now, you know, at this event, what do you want to create in the next year, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years. It's actually up to us to decide and to be clear with ourselves, what is it that I want to represent? What is the message? What is the concept that I want to give to the world? What do I truly believe in? We have like a very even opportunity, all of us, with the products, with the business, the marketing plan. We have the same opportunity, but then the difference is you as a distributor. What is your distributor difference? What are you going to give to people? What is the service you're going to create on marketplace? Why is it that people will join you? Because you have a great fit camp? Because you are building a healthy, active community? Is it because you have an amazing nutrition club and people can come by and get a hug and know more about nutrition, and they can invite their friends and you can build a network around it? Why is it? Why is it that people will join you? What is your brand? What is your concept once again? Just figure it out. For every TAP team member, the job is to actually reach new heights, to go to the next level, to bring more people with us along the way. We have a responsibility of recruiting, of sponsoring new members to our business, to help more customers get amazing results. So I don't know what you have decided for yourself, but once again, this is Extravaganza time, and we are ready to make your life a healthier and happier one. Together, I actually put 5 points, six key points about us. We're creating a vision for ourselves, and what are we going to create? But before that, I just wanted to say, when I started, I just wanted one thing. I knew I was an energetic person. I knew, I wanted to be in health and fitness. I was already in it. So my only vision was to recreate what the guys in America were doing. I took an inspiration. I saw the guys like Style Bell and Garen Jones, and the guys at the time, they were killing it. They would set up fit camps, and I identified in those guys. And if we are all here today, it's because at some point we identified in something or someone in Herbalife. And we said, I want to be like this person. I'm going to create my own pathway. But those guys are doing, I love it. And from inspiration, that's how we created action. That's how we went in the market, talking to everybody and saying, we are going to be fit, to be active on Saturday morning everywhere in all the city, one city at a time. We are going to create amazing workouts, and we're going to help you get a healthier and happier body. And that's how you're going to turn this into a business opportunity. But now I know that for everyone it's not the same thing. Not everybody is, for example, in healthy, active lifestyle. Maybe not everybody wants to have a fit and active body. But not everybody wants to actually, throw themselves out with abs on or whatsoever. But for me, at the time, that's only what I knew. But this is enough. You need to know who you are. You need to stay true to yourself. What is it like? What do I represent? Who do I want to be in the market? People will join you for your character. People will join you for your character. If they like what they see, in today's world, we are living in a world where image is key, elegance is key. And staying true to yourself is elegance. At the time, I would attract only 20 years old people with no income and thinking, wow, this thing is unbelievable. And guess what? You have to go through the cycle of process. Let's say, for example, it's amazing, but I've got some very good friends in the room, and at the time when we got started, it didn't matter how many kilometers we would drive to go to an event. Now it matters. We don't want to ride 1,200 kilometers, which is true, right? I'm sure if you're asking the president's team members at the time, it was okay to go all across the world, and today you're choosing your events, right? Choosing your guest speaking experiences. At some point, I was I want to go everywhere. I want to do those 30 countries, right now in the same year. And now, guess what? Things are evolving. And this is my first belief about vision. Visualizing something new, you need to think that, something has already gone. You grew from something, from some experiences. And from those experiences, it's time to leverage on it and to think, what do I want to create for the future? This picture, for example, we would only be so small in the company with not many royalties, but we knew the Get team was just a little stop. Millionaire team was a little stop. And there was going to be a lot of work to do and a lot of communities to build and to access in order for us to grow into the marketing plan. Anyway, this is my first 6 points. Number 1, do we truly have a burning desire to move forward? Do we have the burning desire right now to move forward? Let me give you an example. Before having a burning desire to move forward, you need to go through the phase of, I'm stuck. I'm stuck. Or, not many things are changing for me right now. Am I doing the right thing? What's happening? You have to go through the process of questioning yourself. You know, it's people in Herbalife have always told me it's never gonna be all the time like that, which is true. I didn't realize it though, but you will have to go through phases where you're like, oh my God, I'm not growing fast enough. I'm not at this pin yet. So for some of the new tag team members in the room, I'm sure, you know, some of you might have been stuck at world team position for the last 5 years. Some of you might have gone straight to get team member. But this is your own story. All I know is this, that when you're going through the phase of, this is not happening so well for me right now, this is all good, this is no problem, but do I have the burning desire to change something? And I need to understand one thing, we are in people business. We are in a business where we are helping people get an amazing results with our products. And we need to have that belief and that faith that we can change the game for one person. If we don't have that, you're not already ticking the first point, which is having this burning desire to move forward. Because we are only going to move forward if we are ready to help more people move forward. That's the first thing. So I had to ask myself, am I ready to take care of new people? Am I ready to go for more? Let's say I remember I just qualified millionaire team and the check was good, and for 6 months I stopped at 6,000 royalty points. 6 months! Everybody thought I was killing it, but for 6 months I was like, oh my God, this is so freaking slow. Right? So this is funny, everyone has his own story, her own story. But my story was at millionaire team, I had to go back to the first initial job. And there is two different things. There is working in our business and there is working on our business. Working in our business means doing the wellness profiles, doing the fit camps, doing those kind of things, opening the club, doing presentations, showing up to events, making sure everyone is good, following up with people, giving goals. That's the in. Working in our business. But then there is the working on our business, which is the most important. And you need to be true to yourself. How much am I working on my business? And working on our business equals invitations, invites. Going out and meeting new people. It means getting new referrals, building a new business, getting out of our comfort zone and meeting the unknown. This is working on our business. And I realized that for the 6 months of millionaire team where I was at 6,000 royalty points, I was working in my business, doing the follow-ups and making sure everybody was cool, and the calls and the coaching academies, but I was not working on my business to bring new people. And guess what? Do you have to do it 12 months a year? Maybe not. Maybe some will. But all I know is sometimes it's gonna take us the next 90-day plan to say, that's good. That's good what I'm doing, that's great. I am working in my business. But the ratio, is it 100% in my business, 0% on my business? What if I would change? And then I start thinking, maybe I need to start putting a lot more actions on my business. And then the ratio is going to be 20% in my business, 80% on my business. So guess what? I am in the same phase of process where I'm asking myself, do I have the burning desire to put the next 90-day plan in action to work on my business? And we are in all the same shoes. I always say this, in Herbalife we have 20% of people killing it right now and they don't need to ask themselves more questions. And just keep doing with what you're doing. Keep putting the actions on your business. But for the 80%, which I'm being part of right now, we need to go back to on the business. We need to be back on the business, which leads it to point number 2. We need to realize that if you want, and if we want to reach new heights, it requires change. What do we mean by that? Let's say you have a family. Let's say you have your agenda Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You know, let's say you are a get team or millionaire team or even a president's team member and everything is cool and every time you come to the event you're like, I want to change my pin. But do you realize that you will need to adapt, to be flexible? There will requires something from you where you need to meet the unknown, the existing communities, the existing people who have their own life, where we need to change something, to add something to our routine, where we are going to meet the unknown. What I mean is, sometimes we are lying to ourselves saying, okay, I want new heights, but you're not ready for the change. Signing up one new person is going to take you maybe, let's say, 1 hour a day more of following up, of being on the phone. Maybe signing up 2 people is going to take you twice the work. Signing up 3 people is going to take you 3 times the work. But how much do we realize of how important it is to have one new person? That with one person that takes on this decision to become a president's team member, it's going to take us work, adaptation, it's going to create change in our agenda, change in our lifestyle, and we are going to be able to put in the change. Third point, that leads to the community. What is the brand message we want to give to the world? You know, sometimes I see some people, even in my organization, they are changing their name on Instagram or Facebook, or they are changing the name of their mission, and you know, all suddenly the person's name is, I am the fit lady changing the world, or I am the fit power guy and I'm changing the world. But actually, do you realize it takes actions? And do we as leaders do the job to actually not only say the nice thing to the person, but to follow up and to be the mentor to that person, to make sure that there is actions attached to the name of the mission. Having a brand message, having a brand is different from having a brand message. Because most people, because of the change of their name or because they joined Herbalife Nutrition, now they have a brand. But being part of the brand is not enough. Being part of the brand is not enough. Now it's all about what is the brand message. Message comes with action. What am I actually talking about? Let's say, for example, now I'm part of this new community, my rugby club locally, which is an amazing club. And for example, just by being here at the Extravaganza, it's about 10 to 15 guys who texted me just to know, how is it going? How is it going? Why is it that they asked how is it going? Because since I arrived at the club, it's been a month and a half, I've been actually taking care of the guys. How are they going? Bringing something new to their life, where I'm a happy person, I'm excited, I'm enthusiastic, I've got something to give, I've got energy, I've got time, I've got finance, I've got opportunities. I have more to give. When I started, I had nothing to offer, except from, chilling, talking, but we have something major to offer. I can offer my mentoring from, listen, I had to go through some changes, through adaptations, through having an opportunity and take on the challenge to build some business. If you're not ready to change your routine and be working at this job, forever you're going to have this life. So we are the example of something already. We have a story we can share. We guys are the top achievers in business. That's who we are right now. So we have something to give to people. So because of me giving the brand message of you can enjoy your life, you can change the game, you can have access to an amazing company where you can help people, you know, better, with better nutrition and with an opportunity where they can make extra income, where they can do more out of life, where they can reach new heights. This is my brand message. So because I have a strong brand message and I'm out there talking with people, it's not only talking to people, but it's talking with people, being authentic with them, knowing what might be their goals. And it's funny how the opportunity starts. People join Herbalife Nutrition because of our character, of how we behave. Just because, you know, at some point someone get injured and you're asking how have you been? How's your ankle going? And just taking this time. For me, vision about the next year, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years is taking care of each other. That's a big point. That's a big point. So, my whole point about this is that our brand message, not only is that we can make the world healthier and happier, not only we have this fit camp and you can join, not only we have this club and you can join, not only we've got this business meeting tonight and you can come, The brand message is that we are giving something more to people's lives. We are here to give something more. But for us to give something more, we need to be 100% in our glass. If we're waking up in the morning, of course we can wake up at 20%, but be like, okay, I've got some work to do. I need to raise the bar. I need to feel energetic. I need to be ready to talk with people. I need to be ready to just deliver something. And this is our inside job every single morning, to go back to zero, to bring that glass up, fill it up at 100%, and so that we can pour into other people's lives. This is my belief. So then, point number 4, once we realize we are with Herbalife Nutrition, once we realize that we've got something, we've got people around us that need us, and we are responsible for something, we gotta be excellent. What does that mean, being excellent? We need to be the products of the products. We need to be the results of our story with energy, which means every time we share, like, there is excitement. I mean, in today's world, and this is the vision also for the next 1, 3, 5, 7, 10 years, people are watching. People watch everything. I always say this is 24/7 A-Train. It's not only for the 30 minutes you're giving the presentation, but it's how you show up to the meeting. It's how you end up showing up at the meeting and what you're gonna do after. Be excellent. And guess what? This is a tough task. This is a tough task to ask ourselves to be excellent. But guess what? With the opportunity we have, first of all, how to be excellent, and is to realize how amazing this opportunity is. And for all of us as TAP team members to work on our business, the first thing is putting in the actions. Everyone is going to serve each other. What do I mean by that? For every single person who is going to join, for example, in the business from now on, my HOM, for example, changed from I used to present it. Now I can actually present the different things that are happening around the world. If you are, for example, a dancer, you can build an amazing business with dance Zumba, for example. If you are a painter, you can build an incredible business around 1 hour of painting and drawing, and you can, have the products out there and talking, and you have a brand message to give, and you can create an amazing business. I mean, for me the vision is that we can tap into communities now using what they are already existing, like what they are already doing, and we can work upon it. I mean, before I did not realize it like that. Before I realized that I had to go from zero to hero, I have to create everything. But guess what, guys? We can already use what's working for us. We can use all the existing stories around us. There are 1,000 ways of doing this business, and every time now that I'm presenting a HMS, this is what's happening around the world. I'm using the Herbalife success and the last 40 quarters of growth in EMEA to show people, listen, you might have to say something in this business. If you don't have to say anything in your job and you can't say much, you've got something to say here. So don't forget the last point. You lack of vision and you lack of height and perspective when you are not putting in the numbers. It's impossible to build more vision and to see what's coming if we're only thinking within. First of all, of course, we have to think within and say, okay, what do I want to create? And what's next? And what is my goal? And why is it that I'm going to fight for? But then it's not about us. It's about putting in the numbers for those numbers to turn into success stories. Because even though we call it numbers, those numbers will result as a success story. This is my belief. This is what I truly believe in. That we can change the world. We can change people's lives. That people will say about us in the next 5, 10 years, those guys are doing amazing for our communities. Those guys are doing amazing. They are not only earning their own success selling products, but they are doing amazing for our communities. This is my belief. So I'm excited about what's going to happen. I'm excited about the next event, my next fit camps, the next vacation, the next guest speaking experiences, and so on and so forth. I wanted to stop here for a second before, presenting you guys what's going to happen for our future President's Team Retreat. Because all of us here in the room, if we are not already, we are future President's Team members. Do you guys realize you guys are the next future presidents and members of the NBA? So, yes. So, it's the same thing. Everything we do is simple and easy. I don't really like always to share these kind of things, but sometimes to create a new story, I will have to use my product's results. With another person, I will have to use my wellness profile. With someone else, I will have to use my club or my fit camp. I always say, we need to benefit from the full menu. If we are here in the room, it's because we mastered a few things. We've mastered the way, we are welcoming people in our club, the way we serve the products, the way we are presenting the testimonials, and from there we are creating a relationship where we are here to mentor the person, follow up with the person's actions in order for us to bring them to the next level. Remember this, guys. If you're thinking like you're only an action person, you will not grow royalties. Not only we are action people, but we are mentors. We are mentors to many. We are mentors for new people who wish they could live a better life, who could lead a better life. So, guys, are you ready for the big announcement or what? Maybe? Okay, thanks. Wow, it's full of noise in the stadium. I'm excited. So this is what's going to happen. Thank you. You don't have to. Don't worry. So we're gonna give a lot of applause. Listen. Wait. Thank you. Is it Spain or Italy? It's Spain. By the way, my favorite moment in the extravaganza is when we do the hola. So on Sunday we have to do the hola, right? Everybody the hola. Sorry for the guest speaker who's going to be talking at this moment. So, 2019, we're going to have the Future Presidents Team Retreat. It's going to happen in my hometown, Lyon, December 2nd to December 6th. What also is going to happen is we're going to have a case summit. Please guys, give it up for the case summit. Open up to all presidents and members who are realizing 10,000 royalty points in 1 month, from January to October, plus all the 15K presidency members and above. If you didn't know, by the way, this is only open to the Global Expansion Team 2.5, fully qualified by the 31st of October, so August, September, October. I'm sorry for everybody who missed by a few royalty points in August, and you didn't start your qualification, sorry. And this is going to be for next year, and we've decided a great location. Anyway, for the Case Summit, we're gonna have a very nice cruise on Le Rhône. It's gonna be a nice dinner. We're gonna have a gala party like you have never, seen anywhere else, because Lyon is a very beautiful city, even though it doesn't sound so sexy, Lyon. But guess what, guys? We've got the crazy pleasure, to announce one of our external guest speakers who's going to give us a 2-hour training about optimizing communication within generations. And this guy gave us a very nice video. So please, can we play the video? Jason was with us at the honors at the Masters Retreat in March this year in Singapore. And he's coming with us for the Future Presidents Team Retreat. Video!
Hey everyone, it's Jason Dorsey. I am so fired up to share that I will be speaking at FPTR on December the 4th, and it is going to be awesome. I run the Center for Generational Kinetics. We are the #1 research firm in the world that studies generations, specifically to help leaders and entrepreneurs grow their business. And I know that's what you're all about. How do you develop yourself to develop your business? We study all these different generations to give you the strategies, the tactics, the insights that you need to know to drive fast growth. You may have seen me on one of over 200 television shows I've been on, or read about our studies in any number of media around the world. All of which makes me so excited to be with you on December the 4th. It's going to be an awesome day. I will see you there at FPTR.
Maybe I think we want to play the video about the event. This event, my first one was in Monte Carlo.